Why do successful women still struggle in love? You can be successful, competent, disciplined, and still feel weak when it comes to a romantic relationship. So I'm going to share a few points with you so you can understand why this is the most annoying thing that successful women go through. So if you've built an amazing life and only your romantic relationship seems to drive you crazy, I want you to lean into this conversation because I'm going to explain to you why. Number one, success does not protect your heart. Professional competency and romantic discernment are not the same skill. So this is so important, right? We always think that, just because we're competent in one area, it should translate immediately to another area of our life. But romantic discernment is a different skill. Number two, high achieving women often overfunction in relationships. So what does that mean? That you're often, because you are successful, you're used to fixing, you're used to overgiving, you're used to being the one that does the things. You're used to compensating for other people. And so when you're over functioning, that's why the relationship is not working, because it's coming from a source that's not the most healthiest place. Number three, being aware is not the same as actually doing the healing work, right? So let's talk about it a little bit. A lot of women that I work with will say that, oh, Queen, I know my attachment style, and they will know their attachment style. And they feel like they've understood what's going on with them, whether they push men away or not. And that's fair to say. But here's the difference between awareness and healing. Awareness is I'm aware of what's going on. Like I can totally see myself, pushing men away because I've been hurt before. I can totally see myself overgiving in relationship. I can totally see myself, overlooking some red flags. I can see. So that's awareness. I can see the mistakes that I've made. I can see that. That's awareness. Healing is when I'm in a romantic relationship, right? Those triggers that drive me to do certain things, I no longer have to deal with it or do it because I've actually healed it. Does that make sense? So awareness is, I think, I feel, is just all those things that are good to know about. Healing is that my behavior, especially when it comes to a romantic relationship, has changed. So a lot of you, if you think about it, right, if you're a high achieving woman, you're going to know like this, how you behave in a romantic relationship is significantly different with how you behave in a career. Because when it comes to romantic relationship, is a different part of you that's being called forward to be vulnerable, to open your heart. It requires a different part of you. So when it comes to a romantic relationship, you actually behave differently even when you know better. Let me say that again. This is so worth the time it's going to take me to say it again. The difference between awareness is awareness. Oh, I know what's going on. I've been to therapy. Therapists told me where it came from, the background, my childhood. All the therapists have said all those things, right? You've read the books, you've done the personal development, right? So you are aware of a lot of things. You actually may have done some work. You know how when people say do the healing work, what does that actually mean? The healing work, right, is that your behavior changes when you're in a romantic relationship. And a lot of people don't realize that if my behavior doesn't change when I'm in a romantic relationship that gives me the outcomes that I want, which is a healthy, loving romantic relationship that leads to marriage, therefore, I haven't actually done all of the healing work that I need to do in order to get the outcomes that I want. Worth making a note of. Number four is romantic relationship reveals what achievement and success does not. Okay, so let's lean in. Okay, that's a hard one, but this is very important because if you look where you need to look in terms of like the blind spots and what's going on, it will reveal what's getting in the way with these romantic relationships. Like what is the problem with the men? I keep dating the same man with a different name, right? I think he's really good on paper. He sounds really good. He appears really good. He has a great job. He has all the things I want on the checklist, and it always ends up the same way. I always find out something else, or we both, it fizzles out, or the relationship is not going anywhere. It kind of stays in the situationship and all those things. Like it just doesn't work out. If that is what's been happening, I just want you to identify that. Listen, romantic relationships, as annoying as it could be sometimes, right? Especially when it's not working the way you want it to work, exposes things that achievement and success can easily hide. Okay, so if you're new here, my name is Queen Obero. I am an identity coach. I help women win at love and life. Please subscribe if you find this helpful. And if you find any of the 4 things that I share with you, that you find yourself in any of them or any of them resonates with you, definitely leave a comment in the comment section so I can read it and get to know you. So again, welcome to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And I look forward to more videos ahead. Okay, take care.